All right, folks, welcome back to Radio's Yard. Time for another edition of Storytime here at the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network. As you can see, sitting next to me right now is my identical twin brother. No, it's not. It's Swee from upstairs from the Rips Room. One of my friends here in the backyard. One of the best we have here in the backyard as well. First, I know he's not. I'm just saying that to make him feel better. Well, Swee, honestly, thank you for coming to Radio's Yard. Your first appearance here.
Thank you for having me.
It's going to be a fun one today. I'm excited for Storytime with you.
Okay.
Okay, that's your answer to that. I'm excited for story time.
This is so awkward.
Right.
Like, I'm not used to this.
Well, that's the whole point of this. I'm trying to make it
we're gonna have
awkward.
to cut
for
a
you.
lot of these things out.
No, we're not cutting anything out. Leave everything in Kobe at this point. All right, what we do here in story time, I'll tell Sweet since I just told him before and he already forgot. We're just going to talk about one of the big moments or a couple of the big moments in his kind of breaking life, his career, or another big thing that he wants to just bring up and just totally go off a kilter here. It doesn't matter at this point. We're in Radio's Yard. No rules at all on the wall. Otherwise, they'd be written there, and there's nothing written on the wall at this point. So Sweet's going to be here for story time. Sweet, you've been breaking for a long time. Your story is very good. You started off Pokemon, correct? That's how everything started for you?
Research.
Oh, come on, bro.
Wow.
I'm a professional. You know, I try to
Look
at
at
least.
you.
Plus, you told me the first time we met, so I remembered that at that point. Short-term memory gone, long-term memory still there for me. I'm an older guy. How did it all start for you? What was your biggest hit kind of Pokemon-wise that kind of put you, not necessarily on the map, but something that kind of put you where someone would recognize you as a Pokemon guy?
It was more like I had started streaming a little bit before the COVID hit.
Right.
And at first it was just like, opening Pokemon for myself on live. And then COVID hit, so everyone's at the crib, at the house, whatever you want to call it. I might have to cut that out.
You're fine. Crib house, same thing.
I don't know,
You're
bro.
good.
I don't. This is so awkward.
No, it's not.
It
This
is.
is just it's not awkward.
It's
I mean,
so
you're the
awkward.
only one who feels awkward here. I don't want you to feel awkward. What kind of? You want me to take my shirt off? What do you want me to do? Here,
I don't
bro?
know,
What do you want me to
man.
do?
It's just-
Right.
It's like so awkward, the camera.
So stare at me when you talk. Don't worry about. Pretend like there's no damn camera here. Right, guy stares in. I'm just letting you know now, and people who know Sweet know, he literally stares into a camera for about 6 hours every single day while he's streaming. Yet he's sitting here with a camera 4 feet in front of him, and all of a sudden it's awkward. All of a sudden it's awkward.
I want
right.
you to know
Yes.
that I've gotten a lot of people tell me that like I should start streaming like from like the house, like Twitch streaming.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Like I got enough people to go ahead and tell me like, yo, you should start. Like you're honestly probably better at that than selling sports cards on a live stream, which is probably true. But so I bought a webcam, bought like the whole setup,
Right.
had it all ready to go. Mind you, I've streamed probably for like the last 7 years
Right.
on like live stream, like sports cards and Pokemon and all that. I I set up the Twitch account, set everything up.
Right.
I go to click stream, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
What happened?
I just got anxious. I'm just like, it's like.
Oh, so it wasn't like a technical thing. It was a you thing.
Yeah, it was just I was just like.
Like
yeah,
right
it was
now, basically what's going on.
Yeah, like right now.
Okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. So did it didn't work?
I just never started.
So what are you doing with all the equipment? You OnlyFans page? Like what's going on?
I mean,
here?
honestly, at this point, $5.99 is $5.99.
Right. Well, I would take my one-on-one Swee on the OnlyFans. That'd be perfect at this point.
I had to sell some Polaroids,
Right. Listen,
What
whoever
am I?
pays the bills at this point. I told you it's going to be the best Storytime episode we have had so far. We are not editing anything out of this.
We're still
Everything is
editing
going up
everything.
straight live at this point. All right.
Mom,
So.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Right, Sweet's mom and dad, I apologize also. This is going to be, but just continue to watch it and comment and subscribe to our podcast also.
There you go.
So what was your biggest card you've pulled, you think, in the backyard so far? Biggest moment for Sweet in the backyard?
It was definitely Cade Cunningham logo, man.
Tell me about it. What happened?
What
What was the break? What was the chat? Who was sitting next to you? I need any details.
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
Okay, so let me go back to a little short-term, long-term memory.
Nah, I
Let's
got
do it.
bad memory,
Right.
but I was was it 2021?
Okay.
And this is when like the ultimate hype of like hitting logo mans
Right.
and like everything was like an all-time high. Now it's kind of like you see a logo man, hey, you just like, all right, cool, like it. That's
Look
a sick
to the next
card.
one. Right,
On to the
right,
next one.
right,
Oh,
right.
another logo man, onto the next one. Another
Right.
logo man, onto the next one. Before then, it was like, yo, if you hit this card, like it's like the biggest deal. Like,
Right.
in
The
entire-
grail.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like the
right,
grail.
right.
So everyone had been hunting it. I had actually just joined the backyard probably like 2-3 months ago.
Wow.
Like prior, like I was breaking beforehand, but like 2-3 months ago, I probably just joined backyard and. New guy on the block. I want a new opportunity. I loved what JMO was doing.
Right.
I reached out JMO. He got me the job. Slid in his DMs.
Well done.
Did what he had to
You
do.
did it. Right.
We got in there, but I was a demon guy.
Right.
I was strictly demon.
That's
You
it.
know, a lot of people like to say they're the they did the demon, they created the demon. Let me tell you, I am the demon.
You were the demon.
I
Right.
started at 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. every single night,
Oof.
no hesitations, like nothing asked, like running on pure, will to live in Celsius.
I was just about to say, and
That's
energy
what it
drink,
was.
right?
Yeah, a lot of
Shout out to
Celsius.
Celsius, by the way, if you do want to sponsor the segment, anyone from Celsius.
No shout out till they sponsor.
Right, no, I'm saying if you do, you can be right on Sweet Stream
Yep.
every single day, and mine as well. I will drink it also. I like the fruit punch kind, but keep going.
There are
Right.
a lot of good ones. I'm an OG Celsius guy.
Okay, I like that. That's
I
listen,
was on
nothing
the
wrong with that.
bandwagon,
Before they got
the
big.
hype, I was like,
Right.
Monster, get it out.
Right.
Although Monster, you want to come sponsor?
Listen, we don't
Listen,
hate on
fuck
any
Celsius.
sponsors. Right.
Fuck them. Monster, slide on over. You know what I'm saying?
That we actually might have one edit just in case
You know what's
Celsius does
crazy?
watch this. Right.
I got
Right.
wings tattooed on my back. So Red Bull, come on over.
Wow,
Like,
look
I
at
wouldn't
that.
mind it.
I like that.
First one wants to come in.
Listen, whoever is here first, that's going to be sweet sponsor.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
That's at this point right now. So you are the original D. You're OG D.
I was OG. I was brought
Okay.
on strictly for the Demon, and it goes like this. So JMO's streaming at night. JMO's finishing his stream like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., and he had just hit a Logo Man out of an NT case, and he left one box off to the side, leaves a box there, and he's getting off. He's like, "Yo, chat, so he's gonna be on. He's gonna run NT XYZ." And there's one box there he just hit a Logo Man out of, and then like a lot of people think that like that was case hit. Like
Right.
the Logo Man
Can't hit
probably was
another
case
one.
hit, can't
Right.
hit another one.
Right.
And I was just like, all right, fuck it, let's just throw the one box in there.
Let's do it.
So we throw the one box in there, and I'm getting smurdered on the break. Like it's not even funny. Shout out Cop 99. Cop 99 was in there, and he was buying teams left and right.
Yeah.
And Detroit goes in the last 5.
Wow.
And Cop is like hunting for it, and it comes a point that you look yourself in the mirror. You got to go, all right, am I gonna keep going for this card, or am I pulling out? Like am I down? So I guess he probably had like the epiphany that he's like, you know what, like I'm letting it loose. Like he had good teams, bro. I think we did the math. I think he had like 23 of the 30 teams.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had like he was in the 20s of like the 30 something teams, and out from the ocean comes Altoona Grande. And Altoona Grande snipes it with 5 left. My good friend, Greatest City Danny, was bidding on the spot, was going to go 3, which is, I believe, what Tuna went, was lucky number 3 to pull it out of the deck. And he let the spot go. So then Altoona hits Detroit, and then, it's demon time,
Right.
and we're sweating the box. And this is, I didn't want to hold the cards. I usually always hold the cards.
Right.
Like you hold them, you grip them like a man.
Right.
Right. But it's demon time. I just got murdered on a break.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? This is one of those times that you got to, extend your break time.
Of course.
So that you don't have to get absolutely murdered on the next break.
Right,
You know
of
what I'm
course.
saying?
I'm
you
with
kind
you
of
on
like
that,
wait it
right.
out, you sweat it out.
Right.
It's one of the tactics, right? So put the cards down, have the cardboard box as like the sweater behind it. At the time, it's like 5:20, 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, man.
And there's no one else in the office, but Mac, shout out Mac, had just pulled in.
Right.
So he had just pulled in. He had said what's up to me earlier. Him and I are the only 2 people in this office.
Yeah, I know how that feels, right?
And and I, you can, when you're sweating it with the sweater in front and the cards behind, like
Right.
you're laying down like this, you can kind of peek over and see.
Right.
And I peek over and I see that Logo Man, Kate Cunningham.
Oh, man.
I didn't know what to do.
Right.
2 months in, I never pulled a big card like that before.
Right. It's huge.
And I promise you, I've never screamed another man's name so much in my life. Maybe once, but
Right. But we're not going to
But we're not gonna talk about
That's
that.
for a different podcast.
but that's for a different podcast.
That's
Exactly.
the OnlyFans page, right? That's the OnlyFans.
$5.99.
Right, that's it. Listen, first month free. So, what was the chat like? Like at that point,
It was electric.
because J-Mo pulled the Logo Man earlier, right? So he
Yeah.
pulled one. You saw the excitement there, and then all of a sudden now you. First off, what was your initial reaction when you peaked?
When you
And
peek,
said- like, did you make
it's like
a face?
it's like a heart dropping like.
Right, because you can't
Sensei,
make a face. Someone's gonna
Yeah,
know. If you
well,
made a
I don't
face.
even think there was like a face cam at the
Ah,
time.
okay,
Like, there's no
right.
face cam, so they're just seeing like all cards and stuff. You peek over, you see that, and I just start screaming. I'm
Right.
like, holy shit, we did it!
We did it.
Like, I was like, holy
Right,
shit, we
right.
did it! And you start going crazy and screaming, and it's like insane. I was like, I needed help. I needed to call for Mac. So I'm just screaming, Mac, Mac, and then he's over there. He's like, what?
I think you were dying. You probably thought you were dying.
Yeah,
Right,
I was
right.
like, we did it. I almost did die, which is crazy.
That night?
Cause no, that not necessarily that night, but I had heart problems.
Oh no.
And like one of the things I had just joined, and like one of the things was like, yo, can you stream?
Oh,
and it
man.
was like one of those things that like I just got it off a heart monitor. The EKG had told me like I had like a previous like heart attack. And I'm like, dude,
God.
I was like, I never had a heart attack. Like, what are you
Right.
talking about? So then like I was having this thing that whenever I would scream on stream or like get hype on stream, I would like almost pass out. Like I start seeing like black and white stars.
Oh my God.
But then you hit a chord like that, you're like, fuck it.
Right, you're all in at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, if I
Your
die,
first
I die.
Logo Man monster card for you
Yeah.
2 months in or whatever it is. Like,
It was
good
one of those
God.
things that's like, if I die, I die. I don't give a fuck.
It would have been a hell of a way to go out. It would have been a hell of a way to go out. I mean, at least it was a Logo Man at that point.
Yeah.
Also, that's pretty. I mean, that is you want to talk about a story? Good God Almighty!
Yeah.
And that was your kind of introduction here to the backyard and to the whole chat and to everyone.
Yeah, that was
right?
that probably like was like, all right, this guy's here to play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like this guy's like he's willing to put in the hours and he's willing to do what it's got to do, and that's just what it came.
You
down
did
to.
it.
Yeah,
I'm proud
it was
of
a good
you.
feeling because again, like prior to that, like having to deal with like the heart problem, in and out the hospital,
Right.
like, XYZ is just not fun, and then to see all your hard work pay off, not necessarily so early, but
Right.
like 2 months in,
Right.
it was like a good feeling. I remember I almost cried.
I can imagine. I mean, that's a
And
huge
it couldn't have
moment.
gone to a better car, like better guy.
Right,
Like,
like-
Altoona was that's
So
a great
good guy, unbelievable card. Your first like couple months in the city, like that's a huge like literally for me. I'm 6 months in, so like
Yeah.
anytime that I'm ripping wax, I'm praying at
So
that
something
point.
just comes out
Just
and
let
hits.
me get a monster. Just give me
Yeah.
one monster hit. Like my big now claim to fame is the fact I was the first one for Mosaic to hit the color blast in the
Wow.
7 minutes later, granted. But like I had 7 minute head
You
start.
beat Grant?
I got Tatum, he got Brunson. It was a nice day. It was a fun. But that's like that was my huge.
Yeah.
I still talk about it. It's a week old. I still bring it up every stream. Like guys, remember we pulled the color blast. We could do it again. I do it. But like I get what you were
Yeah,
doing.
you know
Like
what I'm
that
saying?
night.
Yeah, it's like a good feeling.
I was sweating when I pulled it. Like I was sweating. I mean, I sweat when I walked down the hallway, but I was sweating when I pulled it that day. And I totally get that. But man, Logo Man, we're talking, especially at that point,
Yeah.
you pull a Logo Man, you're like you're one of the guys in the hobby that people know at that point.
Yeah,
like you.
that video is going everywhere. Like,
Right, that's going viral.
Yeah,
Right.
everyone's gonna watch it. You know, what I'm
That was
saying?
your most
So,
viral moment, you think, as a breaker?
Nah, there was one that I had. Bet,
I gotta hear it.
I bet with my friend.
Right.
Because I'm always on this stigma. Like, I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'll be honest with you. I don't like speaking in front of a camera.
That's okay.
This, that. Like,
You're just talk to
I'm
me.
one of those guys that like I'm just like I don't want to be like I don't want to go famous. I don't want to.
Let me tell you this
famous.
first. I'm not even
I
going to
don't
let him
wanna
finish.
be-
The first time I talked to Sui about coming on the podcast or doing a podcast with me, the first thing he said to me was, I don't want to go viral. I'm not going viral. I'm not
I don't
going to
like
say
going
anything.
viral.
Okay. And the first thing I said back to him was, bullshit. You're going viral the first time you're on with me. We're
No.
doing it, this and that.
I hope
So
that's
understand,
what
he is 100% being honest and true at this point.
Yeah.
These are conversations we had off the air at one point too. But story time to me is not about going viral. It's about telling a fun story.
Yeah.
I did not know before we walked into this room to tape today about anything health related with Sui. I had no idea about the Cade Logo Man. So this
Yeah.
whole story is brand new to me, as I'm sure it is maybe to some other people watching this right now. But that is pretty awesome, that story. And I get some people are not good in front of a camera. Some people are. Some people like talking. You're talking to someone who does and did it for 25 years.
Yeah.
Basically, I talked into a wall for 25 years because I didn't know anyone was on radio. You don't know if anyone's watching or listening at that point.
Yeah.
No one's watching at that point. But that's listen.
That's what it is.
That's pretty awesome, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad. First off, I'm happy you sat down with me because it took a lot to get Sui to sit down with me at this point. After the fact that once he gets in the building, he's the most popular dude in the building, so everybody wants to talk to him
That's not
at this point. So now we finally got him in here, so I'm not letting him leave for at least another hour after this.
Radio was late an hour, by the way.
I was late enough. I have been here since 6 o'clock in the morning, folks. Okay, since 6 o'clock in the morning. Unless we had a date last night at 3 a.m., I am not late to the podcast today. So your advice for someone getting into the breaking, getting into something like this, who might be in the same boat as you, doesn't necessarily like sitting in front of a camera doing this yet. That is part of the job when you're upstairs
Yeah.
to kind of be
I
entertaining.
just feel like
kind
it's
of be
different
yourself.
though. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
This
completely
is different than streaming.
Yeah,
it is
100%.
100%.
100%
This is a very intimate setting. The two of us are sitting 3.5 inches away from each other.
Yeah.
There's only one other person in the room. It's Kobe in the room with us, and
man.
we're having great man, not good, great.
Yeah.
And we're having a conversation. But I wanted you to kind of feel comfortable. That's why I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to
Yeah.
do the whole thing with you. But story time to me is about just telling your story. And what you did today, I think, is 10 times different than when we sat with Triz, or we sat with J-Mo, or we sat with JT, or sat with Professor. These are all the story times we've had so far.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own unique story to tell. J-Mo was the first one because of the triple logo, man, and the Lamborghini and all that. That had to be the first one we did here in the yard.
Still got that Lamborghini.
Which is unbelievable.
Right?
I know.
Unreal.
It's
crazy.
ridiculous.
Doesn't let me take it out. Not right.
I don't know why he doesn't allow us to have it, like me and you on the weekend. Friday night. Just a Friday night.
Exactly.
Where would we go, by the way? First place we go.
First place I'm going to the Lamborghini?
Yeah.
You're going to have to say it off air.
Okay, perfect. And that's how we're going to end the pod today. Story time with Sweet. Sweet, seriously.
No, thank you.
I love you, brother.
Me. I love you.
Sweet was one of the first guys I met here in the building, and obviously I wanted to meet all the guys here and have conversations with them, trying to make them laugh. Sweet was one of the first guys that did make laugh in the building. As you can see today, too, this is going to be, we're going to be a dynamic duo at one point. I'm going to join him one night on one of those streams for the high, the high end stuff. I'm going to be there for one night. We're going to do
a roller coaster.
We're going to talk with Brett and get that set up.
I don't know if you're ready to ride that roller coaster.
Let me tell you something. I love roller coasters.
Oh, let me tell you.
As long as we're drinking Celsius or Monster or whoever else wants to sponsor that segment that night. Red Bull, G Fuel, whatever it is, we'll take it at that point.
I miss you, G Fuel.
All right. That's Sweet. I'm Radio. This has been another edition of Storytime here in Radio's Yard. I thank Sweet very much for coming on here. An intimate setting. He talked. He doesn't like doing it. We got him to sit down and do it with us. I told him we won't make it viral, I promise. He didn't say anything crazy to get viral anyway, so we're not even worried about that at that point also. Well, now we're going viral, folks, because I'm not pulling my shirt up after that one. I'm going to be embarrassed. Look, did you see that gorgeous body? Good God.
Pack, by the way.
I mean, that was like a 6-pack, an 8-pack. Mine's a keg. Mine's like a keg, okay, with a spigot on it. That's what mine is. Literally a spigot. That you can edit that out. All right, that's
We're not editing anything
I got.
out of here.
It took Kobe a second, but you got it after that.
We're not editing nothing out.
Nothing's being edited out of this. That's. I almost said that's Radio and I'm Sweet. That's Sweet. I'm Radio. This has been Radio's Yard Storytime on the Live at a Dollar Podcast Network.
You want me to take over next time?
Please.